Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your man Shallow here, and thank you for watching. So, the last time I believe we did the tutorial, so we finished it. So we're finally going to the main mission. Alright, but I'm just gonna change my voice, just act a little different in this episode, or just try at least, because I'm getting tired of hearing my own voice. So, alright, let's get going. Oh yeah, and you might notice I have actually upgraded my ship. Let me guys quickly show you. So this is how my ship looks now. It was small, tiny, fragile piece of shit that I had before, but this is now better, stronger. And let's go test it out at the main mission. We might accidentally accidentally taken a few of Blue's territory and destroy their home bases. All items will be refined. Lure has been detected. Scanning information.
After the UTA lost control over the core worlds, the Void Militia stepped in to maintain order of the general population of these orphaned planets. For a time, they honored their visions of peace, but as res supplies ran out, they too turned to salvage and mercenary work to survive. They look at other factions as a hindrance to the peace process, and ultimately aim to conquer them with superior military might.
Scanning area.
New region has been discovered. New faction have been discovered.
Awareness
An
expanded.
unclaimed region has been discovered.
Signal detected.
Lore, first priority. Scanning archives.
Cargo acquired.
Veskin Racefield.
Battle wagon mode activated.
By the endless void in a chicken basket! Look how the infection has replicated itself on inanimate material like that! I am going to disable the ship's weapon system so you, trigger-tickling simpletons, do not obliterate this precious sample opportunity for me.
Carl, I'm going to rip your tin head clean off. Turn the weapons back on this instant, or so help me, I will kill you twice over.
What kind of buffoon do you take me for? These samples are totally dormant, even with all this nearby transport traffic. As much as I despise concurring with Admiral Patches, he does have a point. The Dark Puppeteer has been long since destroyed. There is less than absolute zero risk to the ship. Now please, lay in a course next to the infected asteroid so I can perform a battery of scans.
Nearby approach is unwise. Matter of my opinion, anyway.
Right in the aft. I am so sick and tired of being chronically correct. Carl, weapons, now!
This makes anti-sense. It is reacting to our presence somehow, despite being absent of any neurological activity. 12 ships have passed through this region. How do we differ? There must be some sort of catalyst for this reaction.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weapon access code accepted.
Not even an idiot would put that password on his luggage. Thankfully, Carl, you are a rare breed of idiot. Elsa, we are weapons free. Transferring power, acquiring targets now.
I want everything within a parsec of here to be rendered to dust. Destroy anything that moves. Use the ship itself if you have to.
Alright, targeting infections.
Carl, do you even have the slightest clue of the privilege I have bestowed upon you, allowing you to exist aboard my ship, under my order? If only I didn't need someone that knew anything about the infection.
Oh, what is the point? I guess this is all my fault for letting you off the leash. You know, I really was starting to think we were finally past all this apocalyptic insanity. Why now? After years of no contamination, why here? Why ever so perfectly orchestrated for our arrival? This just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, maybe not the best place to have a conversation. Let's be sure we only make one mistake here today. Helm, take us out of here!
Judging by the expression on your faces, it would appear I'm about to be the recipient of some violence. It should be noted, however, that this may all be an emotional overreaction to a threat now nullified by the ship's ordnance. That may very well have been the last we see of the infection. It is expected we would find some lingering residue eventually.
Residue? So what now? Just forget it all happened? Sure, I was wrong, thinking the infection was over with, but now we know otherwise. That fault is on me, my bad, but are we supposed to forget that you castrated the ship to satisfy your own interest? Carl, you have an admiration for this filth, and I'd say the thing feels the same way about you. Why else did it react the way it did? For all we know, you've been corrupted already. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You are a liability, and you are gonna get us all killed.
That's enough. Ambient babysitting is one thing, but I won't have you all disemboweling each other at a time like this. Get along. That's an order. Carl, you have your samples. I want to know what we're dealing with. Find me some answers. Jameson, I need you to start prepping the mothership for war.
If it took us this long to find an infection candidate, how long do you think it'll take us to find the next one? We just don't have the manpower to scrub the galaxy clean of infection. Elsa, if we really want to make some progress, we need some allies we can delegate to.
Great. I know where this is going. I was hoping we could steer clear of this childish faction feud. One UTA was bad enough. Now we have half a dozen sides to this bloody war, not including our sticky problem.
I'm not one to get involved in politics either, but our backs are up against the hull. We're gonna have to pick a side and play nice for the time being. Weeb hacking for leads is no way to fight a war.
Game saved.
What? I've actually yesterday I was spending at least 5 hours of this gameplay, so I've actually made a good relationship with the green, so I'll be joining the A faction for this time being.
Several mining outposts were abandoned by the UTA during the Dark Infection. Without adequate protection, many bases were raided and destroyed, while others learned to defend themselves. The few bases that were able to maintain a supply of res cooperated to keep it and defend it from other factions.
Alright, so back to bottom of the damn map. Alright, start the basic games. This is your crew. They're called goons. Why is my ship stop? Still. Alright, this is goons. Basically crew for your ship. And this is your money. Damn, I can't remember what it's called. And this is res. So this is basically your materials for food, oxygen, even was like every basic need you need, res can make. So I do believe I have that archive and it's explain what a res is, but or you can just search it up to know everything that's so not gonna bother with that now. So yeah. And this is just a maximum course I'm allowed to have on of the ship construction blueprints, and yes. Yeah, well, this is just a hangars where you can choose a type of small ships where you would like. But at the moment I have 2 medium size and 2 larges. So I'm still building myself up there to build even more larger ships, because they're stronger, more deadly force than the small what I just started with. So yeah, enough of me explaining. Let's go. Yeah, as you can see, my apparently levels quite high with the greens, so not much with any other faction or ships, especially blues. They totally hate me, they're like hostile. Alright, not gonna back them up here now. Ooh, the miners declared war on its civilization. Yeah, it's just like nations declare war, peace with each other. Same. Alright, joint faction.
Alright, listen up, everyone. It looks like faction acceptance wasn't even enough to validate our parking. We're just another blip on the radar. We're gonna need to make a serious investment before we can expect any handouts to come our way. Oh, and Carl, do you think you can not try so bloody hard to get us infected? The rest of us have real work to do.
At what parsec did you appoint yourself commander of this ship? Are you trying to kindle some sense of purpose by assaulting my integrity? Perhaps you should resume tossing your feces about the room, rather than tossing blind accusations.
Carl, relax already. It's his job to be suspicious. Maybe don't make yourself such an easy target by perpetually pissing everyone off.
Would it make you feel better if I picked on Mackenzie for a while? I mean, think about this for a second. What does he do all day in the depths of engineering? Why did it take so bloody long to get the ship up and running? Maybe he's been playing us this entire time, pretending to be a nugget.
I had not even considered that possibility. There is sufficient evidence to conclude Mackenzie was the dark entity all along. He must be obliterated.
Crewman Mackenzie located in Engineering, Section B2. Flooding area with thermobaric gas. Thermobaric detonation in 3, 2, 1. Thermobaric child lock detected. Would you like to make this your default browser?
What is this atrocity? How can I be locked out of my own technology?
Carl, you really are sick. The security lockout is for your own good. And for the good of everyone else on board. Nobody will even lift a toilet seat without my authorization. Look, Carl, we need your expertise, but I've met binary pulsars more stable than you.
Let's return to the subject, shall we? The fact is, we need to be running a starbase. From there, we can trade for the ships and weapons we need to cast a wide net. It doesn't have to win any pageants, but we need some base of operations if we want to proceed with cleansing the infection.
Alright, now we're gonna have to build a starbase.
Game
Interesting.
saved.
Gonna build one just right there. Let's just speed up for now.
What? We're supposed to build our own bloody starbases now? Don't we have a guy for this? You, crewman, whatever your name is. Here's the instruction manual. You can read, can you not? Good. Get it done. I have more pressing stuff.
Well, that's just lazy. Alright,
What a colossal waste of resources and time. I can see the hull breaches from here. You had a variety of base types to choose from. Why did you select this brown dwarf when every other option was clearly better than this one? You had but one job.
Give it a rest, Carl. We've built upon a mountain of garbage before. Trash or not, this base comes with Class 9 interweave access and a limitless data plan. With that kind of situational awareness, we should be able to keep tabs on any potential outbreaks. If only I could get past this flurry of pop-ups.
In the future, I would appreciate some warning when you attempt to use your brain beyond its animal instinctual programming. Step away from the computer at once. Let me see what you've done here.
Increase your nacelle size by 40%. Narlakian Pups Gone Wild, Volume 3. Starship Sparks, Ensign Upside Down, Paperback Edition. This application has failed successfully. Kitchen appliances for space pirates on a budget.
By the void! This infection rivals that of the Dark Entity. You are forbidden from touching any technology created by human hands. The very idea of you trying to use a computer makes me lightheaded.
Lightheaded, huh? That would be a first. Just fix the computer so we can get back to work.
I don't think it's anything we can fix. Our signal is being jammed remotely by spam generators. I'm not sure why, but we're being targeted by a denial of service attack. Our mainframe is pretty much useless until we destroy that generator. Now get ready for the punch straight to the nuggets. This generator is being held at a bandit base. It goes without saying we won't be able to get at it by asking politely.
Bloody void! Why would they be singling us out like that? They are just savages. They don't have the know-how to pull off a hack like this, nor will they let the likes of us near them without throwing down mindless firepower. We just got our own base up and running, and now you're telling me we have to contend with a bandit base barfing into our mainframe?
We have to deal with this obstacle, but we can't leave this fledgling base to fend for itself. We have no choice but to divide and conquer. We knew we'd have to split up our forces eventually. The theater of war is expanding. You take the ship and crew and deal with this generator. I'll remain behind here and keep things in one piece. I've run a starbase before. I can handle things around here without you for a few days. I am a seasoned tactician after all.
I'm not sure how I feel about splitting up at a time like this. I know that when it comes to stickies, nobody cracks the whip harder than I do. But rolling over a starbase is a tall order. We really need more time to prepare for this.
Take only the time you need, but remember, without warp gates to slow everything down, any infection we miss won't waste any time going apocalyptic. With all those res drives, this is the superhighway fast lane to hell in a handbasket.
Oh, splendid. I love having my mind made up for me, especially when it goes against basic survival instinct. All this risk to life and limb for something as ridiculous as a spam generator. Nevertheless, you're right. Leave no roid unturned. Well, Jameson, you better disembark. Hold it together until we get back. The rest of you, to your stations. We're heading back out.
Right, find the signal. Be prepared for the fight. Alright, I think I'm gonna just end the episode here for this level now. Alright, thank you for watching, and this was the Shallow